Good morning, everyone. It's Travel Dave UK here, and I'm coming live from Vasa in Finland. And at the moment, the temperature is minus 28. I am not shitting here. Minus 28. So you get a nice hot. I can't even talk. It's so cold. Can't even breathe. Oh, anyway, so cold. I've had to get a nice hot coffee here in Finland, and I am absolutely freezing. So today I'd like to share with you some little handy tips on how to layer up for the extreme conditions here in Finland or around the world, wherever you are, how to layer up. And that's a little key there, layering. So if you want to learn how to keep warm out in these cold minus temperatures, I'm going to do a little tutorial video now. And again, I'm going to teach you all about those layer systems. So if you're worried about how to keep warm in these cold places, I'm going to tell you now. So here's my little travel guide on how to keep warm in extreme cold conditions. Enjoy the video. Okay, so this is the first layer that you'll be wearing for extreme conditions, and this is the base layer of the base layers. So what I like to do is wear a Helly Hansen long sleeve thermal top. You can buy these from most outdoor shops. You can find them by the distinct lines. I love the Helly Hansen long sleeve tops. They're fantastic. And I've had this for about 6 years. They last forever. As another base layer, I have base layer gloves. These go inside another pair of gloves. We're talking about minus 20 conditions here. You need to keep your hands warm. By having the skin tight Apex kind of material that North Face do, that means it's like as solid as it can be, and my hands are very cozy and warm. But these aren't enough for Arctic conditions. I need a further better pair of gloves to go over these ones to keep my hands nice and crispy and warm. And then apart from that, I have this little head buff, which is like another skin tight headwear, which makes me look like a 1970 wrestler, like, hey, Tuesday, come to my place, we're gonna fight, yeah, world champion belt. So it looks really funny, but again, it keeps it really tight, and that's what we're talking about with the base layer of the layers, is keeping everything tight and cozy, and then the overlays are going to go on, and this is how you're going to keep warm. So what we're trying to avoid here is bulky, heavy, warm items. They simply don't work. Layering and layering and layering and layering, depending on how cold it is, are really going to work in extreme conditions, because then you can control your heat levels. You can take items off, you can put items on. You'll always know you can be warmer, you always know you can get colder. That's the idea of layering. So now we're going to get into my second layer. Alright, so now we're moving on to the second layer. This is above the base layer and below the hard layer. So this is the middle strength layer. I'm already starting to feel extremely warm, so it's showing me it's working. So what I'm wearing here is a North Face thermal ball. So this is made of goose feathers, and goose feathers are really nice because they're very light, but they offer a lot of warmth. So everything that I'm wearing today, I've travelled to Finland in hand luggage. So what I like to do is recycle every day my layers. I wash them in the sink, so I don't have to take multiple sets of layers. I kind of use what I've got to their potential. So the middle layer is like a major one, but the base layer I kind of wash every morning. So that's how you can travel with hand luggage. So it's totally possible, everything I'm wearing today, to travel in hand luggage. Also, the good thing about the buff is it can turn into a balaclava, which is good to kind of cover your face. But like me, I grew a beard, so that kind of gives me a bit more warmth. So the ladies out there who are trying to grow a beard, I'm just joking. You can buy a buff and just cover your face and give you a bit of balaclava protection. Around the face, still very breathable. And then down here, I just have some, basic jogging pants, but they offer a lot of warmth. Because I have those thermal long johns underneath these trousers, the trousers do a good job. And under my next layer, they're going to work magic. And on the bottom here, I didn't show you at the beginning, my socks. Under there, I have some sports socks. And then over this one, I have some warm merino wool woolly socks. And those offer fantastic warmth. I'm wearing two socks, a skin tight pair of sports socks, and then the woolly merino socks over those. And then the next layer, these are going to go into my shoes. That's the next layer. So yeah, this is the middle layer. Already feeling toasty. Should we move on to the final one? Let's do it. Okay, so this is the final layer, the core layer, the outer layer. This is the layer that I'm ready to go outside in, and I'm absolutely boiling, which means it's working. Everything I'm wearing on the outer layer is made of Gore-Tex material. Gore-Tex is 100% waterproof and extremely breathable. This is the sorts of technology that you want in your equipment when you're going into the extreme -20, 28 sort of scenario. So I always like Gore-Tex because it's reliable. So that's the logo there. So always look out for Gore-Tex. Yeah, and that's like, I could pour like a glass of water over this and it will just slip off. So this is great, especially in these extreme conditions. Also got a pair of Apex North Face gloves. These have leather outer linings, which just make it a bit more grippable, especially in icy conditions. You don't want your gloves to get wet. Remember, this is a second pair of gloves I'm wearing over the base layer gloves, and these offer fantastic protection with ice. They're very solid and strong, very warm. Over here I have a Pro Shell. This is called a light shell over the Pro Shell. So it's basically an extremely warm Pro Shell, but very light. So this kind of jacket is fantastic for cold conditions because it's very light and you can put all your layers underneath and then take layers off. It still contains some sort of warmth. Another tip for Finland, always walk around with a little reflector. So it gets very dark this time of year around January, February, December. Just wear a little reflector. So that means if you're walking on an icy road on the side, the cars can see you as you're walking along. So this is just a safety thing. Finns wear them all the time. It's really cool, just keep it. Like I just attach it to the side and it's just there. Moving down, I've got another overlayer Gore-Tex North Face pair of salopettes, just some hard trousers. And you can unzip these from the side so you can take them off very easy, get some ventilation in there. So these are very comfortable. As you can see, good for icy conditions, for climbing. And on my feet, I have some Gore-Tex North Face walking shoes, and as you can see at the bottom, they've got fantastic grip for the ice, and they've got a really nice solid shockproof sole. So it means if you step on like a rock, it's not going to split through your shoes, so it gives you a lot of protection for your feet. Right now I'm absolutely boiling, but this really works for those minus extreme conditions. So I'm going to walk outside now and show you how I feel. Yeah, it works really well. I feel quite normal, and only cold thing at the moment it's -28, and the only cold temperature I'm feeling is hitting my face. My face is getting extremely cold right now, and my wonderful camera assistant is getting freezing as well. So I'm going to go inside before she gets cold. But yeah, this is great. So thank you for joining Travel Dave UK's How to Survive Extreme Conditions here in Finland. Sub-zero 28, I'm completely warm, and that's how you do layering systems.